It has been over a week since I've had my last meal. If you're following some of my updates, this is still kind of fasting round one, but I did have actually 2 days where I consumed some beverages with some calories. Had a bit going on, and I was really feeling the brain fog and drain, so I needed to do that. Just for me. On that note, hey, it's important to, be able to, roll with the punches in life. So if you have to do something, it's like, or you end up, kind of breaking or cheating on your diet, a great thing to remember is it's okay. Just don't let it derail you. Your progress isn't going to be defined by one day. So, don't let it derail you. Keep on going. Do the things that you need to do in life, but keep on with the progress. Keep on adhering to your diet after that. So, the really interesting thing so far, right, is like I said, I had 2 days with calories. Not a whole lot, too. Blood sugar is at 96 milligrams per DL. No meal for over 7 days now. And it's really interesting because if you go back to like the day of, and for like the next 24 to 48 hours after I consumed some calories, I was still seeing the expected drops in blood sugar, right? So if you look back to that time, for example, right, so I was down to 77, and that was right on par, kind of in the 5 day range for fasting. So that was as expected, and it's like cool. So initially, I thought that the calories were being consumed immediately, and that's why there was no impact to my blood glucose because I'm still in severe caloric deprivation. I was still in full ketosis as well, right? So I'm using the urine strips. Again, I've talked about them a little bit, but discarding, any impressions of inaccuracy, with them. Hey, they're still a great indicator to use for general purposes. At any rate, it turns out that after I've had a couple measurements with higher blood sugar, what possibly happened is that it took my body was actually storing the glucose instead of using it. So I don't know, like we'll see. So now it's like I've got to continue no meals, and now I'm going to continue, zero calories for at least a couple more days. Again, my target goal is still hitting down to 60 milligrams per DL or so for blood sugar before I start consuming, my long-term diet, right? So I weighed in at let's switch the camera here. So right, so here I am. Another important note with this phase of dieting, even though I've lost 12 pounds now, there's not a huge amount of difference, right? I'm like, oh my God, I lost 12 pounds. If you're lower in body fat, 12 pounds makes a huge difference. And so, I mean, you might be able to notice some differences. And yeah, I cleaned up my chest and arm hair, so my body hair for that matter. And if you're asking, did I shave my asshole? The answer is yes. I think all decent people should. Be a decent human being, shave your asshole. Anyway, but I clean this up for progress pictures. So and again, that's why I shaved my face. So you can see, so all the differences in my face and body are observable and also consistent. Um, if we move over, I just weighed myself to do a check, and I was at 194 pounds. So right now I should be right on that marker again. Oh, switching the camera. So I weighed in at 193 pounds in the morning. I have been consuming coffee and tea, and have had some water, as well. So I'm a little bit heavier, and that's another important note, right? Is when you get to this phase of the diet as well, you're burning pretty much exclusively fat. So the weight loss tapers quite a bit. And not only that, there can be a very large amount of fluctuation, between the day and day to day with water weight. Because if you're going to lose a pound over, 2 to 3 days, it means that, you know, it could look like you don't have progress or have more progress than you really do from time to time by those fluctuations in water weight. So there's a lot of people recommend for dieting, hey, don't step on the scale every day, you know, do it week to week. And that's the point I'm getting to now. So my updates, once I get through with my initial fasting and gonna go to my longer term diet, I will start going on weekly updates instead, because that's what's going to be, you know, really important, again, because of how little I'm consuming in the state that I am. There's just way too much fluctuation day to day. So that's the update for today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and maybe some more videos coming. Thanks for all the viewers and people that have commented. Much appreciated. All right, take care.